But now I'm gonna work on my ranking of every player for a little bit. We'll see how this goes. So how do I even start this? I think okay. So I have my power rankings here. Uh, so like this is my. Okay, wait. Fuck me. How do I even copy this over? I guess I'll do it this way. Um, Actually, no, it's gonna bother. I think I need to go back to the actual. We'll go back to this one. I just won't have the chat thing on the side. I'll go here, do full screen. I guess I'll have chat on my phone. Um, okay. What did I just copy over? I don't even remember what I copied over anymore. Okay. So that's the ranking I had when I did the Borneo ranking. This is the Borneo player. So like this is a list of every player. It is every player up to Survivor 49, which is 751 players. Um, so yeah, the way I typically do this is break up the cat, like do one cast at a time. I think that's how I'll start off initially here, especially because I have all these player rankings. So we'll use this as like a guide. It won't be like the end all be all, but like we'll use this as like a guide for this initially. So at least with Borneo. So yeah, so I think what I do one cast at a time, work on the cast, and then like what I did with the other ones, um, is okay. Did it freeze? Okay, Well, that's a great start. This is fantastic. There we go. No, what the fuck? Okay, cool. Well, I did the other ones. So this is what I initially did. It's like I ranked all the casts and then like broke them up into like tiers. Um, like just by like not really like super seriously, just like by eye of like okay, I think these people are like kind of together and whatever. I think that's kind of what we'll do here. So ranking Borneo players, like I had okay, well actually let's do it this way. I guess we'll order this in the order there. So like Hatch one. I think that's probably still the case. Or should I just okay, actually let's do this. Let's order everyone. Um I should really this is such a waste of time. I should really just okay, whatever. I'll still fucking do it. But yeah, so Sue I don't think Sue's gonna end up being number 2 on this. Like because like this is a ranking of their games. This is meant to be a ranking of those players in the grand scheme of things, to which I don't think Sue is going to be number 2, but we'll see. Like I think Kelly Wigglesworth is generally a better player than Sue Hawk. Um, so yeah, that's gonna change. Colleen, that feels a little high for Colleen, but I guess we'll see. Rudy, that's fairish for Jervis is gonna be higher, but that's because of Blood versus Water. I mean, also yeah, Jenna's gonna move. Yeah, actually, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes, isn't there? Because yeah, obviously this is taking in returnee seasons into account too. Um, so I had Joel above Gretchen. Why did I have Joel above Gretchen? uh, why is Sean worse than Dick or Dirk? He's not. uh, what? Then Greg, Stacy. Why did I have Stacy so high? I mean, like I get it, but like also she probably shouldn't be that high. Ramona. Again, I made this rank. This is what 5 years, 6 years ago, actually, almost 6 years ago. I made this ranking. So I don't know how much of this I stand by, but okay. So BB last, I stand by that. I think BB is still last. Okay, so I like, yeah, I think Hatch. I think will probably still end up being number 1. BB is still last. I think I feel pretty good about that. Um, yeah, Sean should not be that low. Sean should probably be around here, I think, or maybe like here. Um, Joel probably shouldn't be that high either. Okay, so I think Jervis and Jenna. I think they move up to 2 and 3 because again, this is like taking their entire careers into account. Um, Having Joel above Gretchen is very. I guess so. It definitely is. Um, okay, like I feel like Sonia is definitely gonna be around here. Dirk, like, what is there to even say about Dirk? Um, Jenna's better than Jervis. See, that's something I have to piece together. Like, is she? Like, Jervis kind of like ran the game with Tyson. He didn't really do enough to really gain social capital or to gain win equity by the end. He did at least have in his head that I should turn on Tyson, but never really was given the opportunity. With Jenna, I think Jenna's like a lot more like, she's definitely a more cutthroat player, for sure. Like I think she's she's definitely a more active player than Jervis. I don't know if she's a better player than Jervis though. But that was never happening though. Rob, Amber, Jenna, final three. Um, like she did, yeah, she did like flip the game on the winners or whatever. She at least did something there. Jervis can't win. Jenna could. I mean, like Jenna can't like. Theoretically she can, but it's not because people like Jenna. Um, yeah, it's like I think they're around the same level. Like I think they're going to be around like the same ballpark. It's just a question of like, yeah, which one is actually better. I do think Jenna is a more independent player. I think people like Jervis more naturally. Uh, like people didn't respect Jervis by the end, but people for most part like Jervis, especially early on. Where like people just generally don't like Jenna. Like even early on, people don't like Jenna. Like the big thing about Jenna is people keep on talking about how much she talks and how annoying she is. Yeah, this is the thing also to clarify. Like obviously, this is not the final placements either. Like I'm like post 50, I'm gonna be adjusting the list anyway because the video's not coming out until after 50. So yeah, like someone like Jenna, obviously, like we'll see how 50 goes and that'll change things. But yeah, like as of right now, I think my gut does say Jervis above Jenna. Like it's very, very close, but I do think I see a lot more natural game ability uh from Jervis or natural likability and like ability to make it deep on more given seasons than like I think Jervis type player that like I don't think Jervis goes out before the merge, like on most of his appearances. Where like Jenna is someone that could be the first boot on like half her seasons. Um, so yeah. Wasn't Jervis a lot of the reason why RS? Yeah. But too far that was pregame, like influenced by pregame at least because like RS and Jervis were friends before the show. But yeah. Um. Okay. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going with that. I think Kelly Wigglesworth is next. Uh, Kelly Wigglesworth's like, especially because like obviously she almost won Borneo. But like obviously like that game in particular was like not great. Like she had some game ability early on. And then like just kind of like I think Sue's a better like I think Sue played a better Borneo game. I think Kelly's definitely the better player than Sue. Like Sue, I don't even think is actually a good player. Like I think she had like an interesting like I think on Borneo she was definitely one of the more strategically savvy players of the bunch, but she also like we see her on like All Stars, like she just doesn't give a shit. Like she even bothered playing the game. And I feel like that's probably more the way that Sue plays like more given seasons. And even on Borneo, like she can't even win the game on that season. So it's like, I don't think Sue's actually that good. But I do think she was one of the more strategically forward players on Borneo. Um, but yeah, I think Kelly's definitely above Sue for me. Even though I don't think Kelly's particularly good in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, Cambodia isn't good. She didn't really do much. But yeah, I think Sue's just a player that like I think you put her on like 50 seasons. She's probably like the first boot like half the time. Yeah, it's like very dependent on like does she vibe with the people that are there. Which I'm too fair. That's the way it is with anybody. But like I think Kelly's like someone that could definitely be kept around for like physical strength and that sort of thing. Where like I feel like Sue's like not as much of a I don't know, people don't care as much about Sue for that. Um, but yeah, okay. So I'll put that there. Colleen? Colleen's one I really don't know what to do with. I think Colleen's a very difficult one to rank. Um, Sue in the new era could be like 41 Tiffany. Potentially, yeah. I kind of see that. Um, yeah, Rudy. Like, it's tough to like give Rudy. Like, I don't know how much credit to give Rudy for making as far as he did in Borneo, considering it felt like he didn't have that much to do with that, and there were also like production things involved. Um, but okay, I think with Colleen, like, I think I'm gonna land her below. I don't know though, because like Colleen's like one that I think like on paper Colleen is a better player than Sue. Um, but it's like if we're like still basing it off what we saw, I don't think Colleen has like that gusto for the game, right? Like Colleen doesn't. Yeah, like she probably makes it far in most appearances, but I don't think she actually like cares about the game. Um, so like I do think she's like the type of player that is very difficult to rank because like she wasn't really like she never cared about the game. So it's like how do you assess her as a player when she never cared to play? So it's like I think she's above Rudy. Yeah, I think she's probably above Rudy. For me, it's like I'm debating if it's above or below Sue. Like for me right now, I think this is kind of where I'm looking at it. I think these are top four, and I don't think that changes. Sue is someone that I'm like I don't know where she's going. Like Rudy, I think is also like kind of hovering. Okay, not there. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, no. Why? Why can't you paste? What? Why is it not letting? Okay, let's try this. No. What is happening? There we go. Fuck me, dude. Um, say below fuck me, below Sue. There we go. Uh, yeah, I think it's gonna be easier to piece this, and this is also things like this will probably change eventually anyway. Like this is just like an initial like list. Like eventually, when mixing things together, I do end up like making some changes along the way. Like especially like when trying to group people together. So I'm sure that'll happen, but yeah, I think initial read it probably is this. Joel should definitely be lower. Gretchen, where in here? So like I think Gretchen's definitely above Joel. Um above above or below Rudy? I think still below Rudy. I don't know. Like Gretchen's someone that like in essence was like kind of a dominant player. Like she wasn't particularly like dominant. Like she wasn't much of a player. I think is like kind of the issue is that she didn't really want to play the game, but she was someone that was like very like able in the game. Like she had a lot of influence. Like she was this like leader figure. People liked her. Like if Pagong had the numbers post merge, like she's definitely a very viable winner. Um, but it's like still like I think like Colleen though, there's that like lack of like gumption for the game. But I think she is above Rudy. Like I think it's like yeah, I think below Colleen, above Rudy. I think like the thing about Rudy is that like I don't know if Rudy can ever genuinely make it deep into the game. Like even on the one appearance he did have, like that made it deep. Like obviously he was almost the third boot of that season, so it's like, yeah, I think that's something I'm gonna knock Rudy for. Greg, okay, Greg, I think will probably be in this grouping too, right? I think Colleen, Gretchen, Greg, I think Greg demonstrated like more like ability to think about the game, but like he also just didn't give a shit though. Um but yeah, I think it ends up being placement here. I think it's Gretchen, Greg, Colleen. I mean the thing is like Rudy's just someone that like he has like a good mind for the game in the sense that he at least was aware of how to play the game socially. Like he at least was aware of like, okay, I need to like blend in with these people. I can't like, be like a grouch like BB. So like at least there's that. I guess like a factor here is like how much are we factoring in like physical strength and stuff, like the time that he played. Where like that's kind of a weird thing with Rudy's. Obviously, like he played when he was in his 70s. I think we have the ranking on that, like of when they at least when they first played. But yeah, it's like it's a spot where like Rudy, like if Rudy was like 20, 30 years younger, Rudy would probably would be higher on the list. But I just think like the Rudy that was on Survivor Borneo, even there he barely even got to emerge there. Um And like, I don't know if he gets the merge on most given appearances. And he's not like an active enough player. I don't think to get him out of tricky situations most of the time. But um, like I think for now I do stand by this. I think about below Gretchen. Um, am I considering if they would try harder and play more strategic if they were to come back? To a degree. I mean, I think that's something like I think that's like that's a tough thing with the ranking is like how much thought do you put into like potential on a return? And I think that's a tough thing. Okay, so I'll open both these. To really rank. Where like I tend to more so just go based on like what we've already seen. Um was this was the Olivia thing. Um is this gonna work? Uh I guess not. What is this one? That's kind of funny. Like, why is it not playing? Yeah, I don't care enough. Actually, wait, I can close this now, right? Am I gonna show the Rumo video again? Probably not, right? Um, so I'll just close the Rumo video. Hopefully, it makes things run smoother. Any 50 spoilers? I've not seen any, but supposedly there's something new, which we'll talk about after I'm like working on this for today. Again, that's how I'm going to structure streams now. Is that it's like, uh, yeah, I'll probably just do the typical opening for like an hour or so. Draft if there's a draft, and then after the draft, work on this for like 30 minutes to an hour, essentially until the spoiler section that I typically open up, which I think we'll do it at around like 1:30 ish. And we'll open up for spoilers, and I'll start playing the game. Yeah, whatever. No way Colleen should be higher than Gregor or Gretchen. I think she should. Like, if we're talking about like the game they played on this season, it's like I think she should. I think there's still enough there. Like I think it's like with like she survives the longest of the Pagong. She also had like better connections to like Jenna and um like kind of almost like she essentially like her and Jenna got like Kelly to like go against the Pagongs or against the Toggies. It's like I don't know. Do you think BB Can's ever come back? It's not looking good. I think probably eventually. I don't know if it'll be back with the same production team though. Um, but I can see it getting rebooted to some degree though. Um, oh, was it about Michelle? Not Olivia. Yeah. Yeah, Stacey Stillman. Stacey's interesting because like I think Stacey like at least is the first person this we've seen to like execute the concept of an alliance. But like also people didn't like her for the most part. Better than Joel? I think below Joel. I don't know. I think below Joel. Not by much. I think they're in the same ballpark when we get to like the ranking in the grand scheme of things, but I think she's below Joel. I don't know where to put Ramona. Like Ramona's one that I just don't really have a good sense of where she should even be. Because like I mean like at the end of the day, she's like she went home in the second tribal. She was sick. Didn't really play the game, but like couldn't really. I don't know. Joel's more actively bad, but I feel like Joel is someone that like is he though? I don't know. I think they're both actively bad. Like if anything, actually, I think Stacey caused her elimination more than Joel did. I think Jervis caused more of Joel's elimination than uh oh than Joel did. Um, this is just again ranking every player. This is just like the like yeah when I'm ranking every player gameplay wise. What is the ranking? So it's just like for me the criteria would be like kind of a mix of like resume and like what's the actual word I'm trying to think of? Like there's like a hint of potential, like obviously having to be added in there, especially like in terms of like how repeatable I think their game is. Um, People like Ramona more. That is true. I just think Ramona there's not much to really say about her. Um, I think in a way though, I think okay. Actually, I want to see this. Actually, this is something I should be like. I don't know how much I'm going to do that in this initial phase because like it doesn't really matter that much. But I think when we get down to the actual ranking, I will probably compare it to my Australian Survivor list, um, to figure out where I put people on this. Because like I feel like with like so I'm like comparing people here, like Joel and like Stacy, like who are they comparable to on here? I think they're probably comparable to like Nova, right? Like I think these sort of people, like Sophie, Nova, like Nathan, like people like that. Where would Ramona be? I think Ramona would be like here, right? Like Jenna, Zen, like Alex Frost, like those sort of people, right? So like I think in this, like if I'm comparing it to this list, I think Ramona would be higher. Um, like Ramona's someone that like didn't really get to play the game because of her illness, but like wasn't seemingly bad at the game. Didn't really do much like wrong, but just was sick. So like I think I am gonna go Ramona above Joel and Stacy. Dirk, what do I do with Dirk? Like technically he survived over Stacy, but like I think he demonstrated less like game ability than Stacy. Um, by the way, Sean, I think I'm leaning towards like here with Sean. Um, he's definitely in this like ballpark. I'm trying to think. Okay, so either way, I'm pretty confident Sue is up here now. I think, yeah, I think Sean's here. I think Sean's below Rudy. I don't think Sean, like yeah, like Sean is just someone that like he made it far and like he wasn't like actively disliked. He was not respected in the slightest, but like he made it far. But he just didn't really have much like actual game to him, and like a lot of his game was like him trying to not play the game and like finding ways to not play the game. Um, so it's like I think like he's really this high for like longevity. Like I think he's someone that like in comparison to like this list, he's like I think he's gonna be like around like probably not even that high actually. Uh, who's he comparable to actually? Like Zach, I guess maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, he's not as unlikable as that. Maybe like I don't know, like this grouping, like Jaden, Robbie. I don't know. Like he's kind of like below average, I think. Yeah, the nipple ring, obviously. Uh, oh yeah, I forgot that happened. That's kind of shit. The summer camp thing. I feel like Rudy should be higher than Colleen and Greg. I feel like he does good socially no matter when. I I think my thing with Rudy is just that like I don't think that would matter most of the time. I think most of the time he just gets voted out because he's old. Um which if they were basing this on like when they at least when they first played, it's like I think that's something you have to factor in here is that Rudy's just someone that's like gonna be voted out early anyway. Um more times than not. Like whether he's liked socially or not, it's like he's just gonna be voted out early. So I don't know. Sean's dad was a big fan of Survivor. That is true. Okay, final person, Dirk. Part of me like so my initial instinct is here, like below Stacy. He does technically survive over Stacy. Um, so I think Stacy demonstrated more like game ability. I'm trying to actually with Dirk. Did people dislike Dirk? Not really, right? Yeah, it's like the thing is like I think Stacy has more pros. Um, but I think also probably has more lows. Yeah, that's fair. I forgot the you could say she was screwed over by the Rudy situation. Yeah, okay. I think my initial instinct. Okay, my initial instinct is this. I think below Stacy, above Sonya. It might change when we piece everything together, but I think that is where I'm leaning. All right, so now tiers. So the way I do, I just use these colors that are here. Okay, this is gonna be a fucking pain because this computer's a piece of shit. Actually, wait, I can just do it this way. Oh wait, I'm dumb. Not that way. I can copy the colors from the other one. Um, actually, that's kind of a pain to do it that way. I guess we'll do it this way. Uh, there. Copy that here. Oh fuck me, I used the wrong one. I meant format. There. So yeah, it's like a color scale. Dark, like it is actually just the order of the colors here. But there's 8 tiers, I believe. They don't really mean anything, like really. Like I gave them names, like here, but it doesn't really actually mean anything. It's really just like gut feeling of like where they should be tier wise. Uh, like at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter. By the end, like they're obviously like mixed together. But it's just like kind of like a gut feeling of like where they should be. Um, to where it kind of makes it easier to like organize people by the end. The question for me, so okay, like BB, I think is definitely like bottom tier, right? Like that's undeniable. I think BB's definitely bottom tier. I think Jervis. Actually, I don't know. Like so, Hatch. Like my thing is Hatch even top tier? Is my debate because like this is top tier. So like to give like context, like for Australian Survivor, it's like Australian Survivor's a bit, but like I guess Big Brother maybe is the best thing. Like Big Brother, it's like what the top 18 players or so. I guess before Rachel, but it's like it's mostly winners. I think the only non-winners are what like Daniel Reyes. And what? Okay, I forgot Enzo was in it, but that's fine. Vanessa, Paul, Tyler. It's like the elite of the elite, and it's like, is Hatch even in that? I don't feel like he is. Like legacy wise, yeah, but like that's not what this ranking is. This is like gameplay, and like I feel like gameplay why are people blowing up fireworks? That's the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. They're not in my area. Um, yeah, I feel like he's like light blue. I don't think he's top tier. I don't feel like he feels like that. And like the question then is like Jervis and Jenna. It's like, are they green? I actually wait, let me think this through. So like he's like looking at the previous list. Like essentially like this light green ended up essentially being like a lot of like kind of screwed over players. Is that like what I would categorize like the pagongs? I don't know if that's even what I would call them. Uh, yeah, he's like a middle tier winner, but it's more so a question like in the grand scheme of Survivor, like what tier is he in? Like, is he good enough to be blue? Like dark blue? Uh, is Sonia red? Like dark red? I think she would be in comparison to this list, right? Actually, would she? Is there anyone here that's like not really actually. Who'd have BBUS like in the red? It's kind of I mean, it is a lot of first boots. But I feel like she's not even like that actively bad. Like she's just like someone that's gonna get voted out because she's old. So like yeah, I feel like she's like not like bottom tier red. Uh are these even that bad even here? Let me see something. What tier did I put? Uh I put wait, where is she? Maybe I didn't. Oh, Jenna's okay, Jenna is orange. Okay. I think that means that I'm likely gonna put Ramona in orange. That's kind of like the I think like Ramona in orange. I think Sean in yellow is kind of what I'm thinking. And then it's just like, I think I am gonna go green for them. Actually, I don't know. Does Greg? I think Colleen feels like a light green. The other ones don't really. I think I'm just gonna do this. We'll do light green there. I think we'll do dark green for them. Sue actually is like kind of on the edge. And even Kelly is on the edge. Oh, should I just become less strict? I feel like I don't know. Hatch just doesn't feel like a dark blue. Is like kind of like the more so the thing that's bothering me. Yeah, like Sue probably shouldn't be. Like Sue should probably be like uh like part of me wants to just do this. Part of me wants to put like Hatch as like dark blue and then like move like probably like these two to like light blue. And then actually, would Rudy even be? I think Rudy's yellow based on precedent. Yeah, Rudy. I think Rudy would be yellow. And then I think those are red actually. Who was I looking out for? Wait, who was I comparing them to? From before. It was it was a lot of red. Nova, yeah, it was those sort of people. So yeah, I think I'll make them red. I don't know, like Joel is Joel even that bad to be a red? Whatever. That's like what my gut is, but like also I feel like I don't know, Hatch. Like is Hatch on the same tier as Jenna and Jervis? Like maybe that is a thing. Yeah, maybe I will just settle. I think I think we'll just make them all blue, light blue there. I think we'll just leave this for now. Again, it doesn't actually matter. Like this is literally just a preliminary like just setting up the chart to be mixed together later. It really actually doesn't matter. Like this is just like yeah, it's supposed to just be like initial instinct. All right. So, how many more players? We have 735 more players to go. This is never getting fucking finished. Generally, this video's not even coming out until like August or something. So it's like it'll be fine. All right, let's jump into Australian Outback. Well, the play ranking for this is like going to be particularly irrelevant because of how many people come back, but I'll still copy it over. Then again, the top's probably still the same. Actually, I don't know. Is Amber above Colby? I actually generally never even thought about that. Yeah, like Tina's number one. I don't think that's that's just kind of easy. I don't think that changes. Colby too. We might debate that. We'll see. Okay, so I'll match it to what the player ranking is. So it's Colby then Roger. I forgot Roger's that high. That makes sense, but Roger, then Elizabeth, Keith. Where's he at? Oh, there. Scoopin'? Oh no. Oh no, where did I put Scoopin'? Oh no. I didn't even think about that. Varner, Alicia. Wait, this is actually like kind of okay, didn't mean to do that. Oh my god, this is actually gonna be very difficult. Now, I really think about it. Like, yeah, there's just like way too many returning players. So yeah, this is like pretty irrelevant. Like none of this actually matters. Like looking at this, like this is not gonna be the same at all. But oh well. Like the bottom's still the same, right? I think Deb and Kel. I think the debate is like which one's worse. Yeah, I could do purple for top tier. Yeah, do I need 9 tiers? Yeah, we'll try it out. We'll try out. Again, I guess this is more players too. Anyway, so like again, this is literally what over double my BBUS list. So fuck it. We'll make a 9th tier. So okay. Yeah. So like Kel and Deborah at the bottom. I'm trying to remember actually who I should have looked up the worst player list. I think I had like Deb was on it and Kel wasn't, right? But Kel was an honorable mention if I'm right. What list do I have here actually? I have what? This is runners up. My initial runner up one. Final jurors. That's just season ranking. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's finales. That's merge boots. That's the second runner up ranking. Oh, that's the global one, right? Actually, what is in Raw? I don't even know what's in Raw. Oh, this is like really old rankings. This is like before I even started the channel rankings. What the fuck is this? I don't know what this is. Not that it matters, but like still, I don't even know what that list is. Oh, is that fourth placers? Wait. Oh yeah, that's what that is. That's fourth placers. Cool. They gotta make that list for whatever reason. Not even a rank. It's just a list of the fourth placers. Dude, my fucking cast ranking. Yeah, nothing like particularly useful here. Fucking Power Ranger rank. I forgot I had this. What's this Last of Us one? Oh, it's the fucking cutscene ranking. Thank God. Yeah, none of these are actually that helpful. Like, we'll look at their winner ranking eventually. Yeah, this isn't for very long. Yeah, none of these are actually that helpful for this particular thing. Just lost $20 in poker. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I don't think Tina. Like, if I think we're doing an extra tier, I don't think Tina is purple. Like, purple should be like, I think like top 20 players or so. Like Tina, I don't think is like. I think Tina's outside that. Anyway, I think if I remember right, I think it is Kel and then Deb. But like, I don't even feel like super. I think they're both really bad. I think Tina's better than Hatch, but yeah, I don't think it's by like that much of a margin. To where like I think if we were doing just 8 tiers, I would have been willing to have Tina blue, like dark blue, and Hatch light blue. But I think if we're doing an extra tier now, I don't think Tina. Yeah, I don't think Tina's purple. Um, yeah, we'll color them later. I mean, like this again. This is just a weird ranking because like so many returning players here. I guess like we'll loosely put Colby here. Roger and Elizabeth are very difficult to rank. Okay, like Varner, I think is someone that's probably lower than he is here, right? Well, like Amber, okay, Amber, okay. I think this is the thing I need to settle first. Amber, I don't think is better than Tina, but Amber versus Colby. Like obviously on Australian Outback, Colby plays better than Amber. Amber has a pretty solid All Stars game. Definitely holes there, but like pretty solid. Colby has like All Stars. He was kind of fucked in, so it's like I don't know how much to really fault him for that. His game is really shit in Here's Villains, but like he does make it pretty far. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's not gonna matter because 50. We're gonna add 50 to it by the end. That's actually really tough. I think my gut says lower, but it's like I don't know. It's like I could really do it either way. Like the thing that's obviously helping Amber is that she won. Is obviously like yeah, like that obviously helps. But like I think Colby's like Australian Outback game is better than like any of Amber's games, I think. But it's like I don't think Amber like I think we've really only been able to see like Amber properly once. Because like Amber, and by that I mean like the Amber that I'm ranking here once. Because like she played in Australian Outback. That was I think before like her actually knowing how to play the game. Then I think Winners at War is like just completely fucked to where like she's there with Rob, she isn't connected or anything. So it's like I think really All Stars is the only game I'm like really assessing here. But yeah, I think my gut says below. I think my gut says below. So I think I am gonna leave it here. But again, it's subject to change down the road. Uh is Jerry next? I think on this ranking, Jerry is next. Yeah, Jerry then Kimmy. Probably makes sense. So like Jerry, like on this season, for what, ninth? Um, like Jerry's actually like a capable player, like on Australian Outback, but just like was just hated socially for whatever reason. Um, Even then, like she should have flipped when. Yeah, I mean, I think there's like issues still to be had, but like still, I think she was capable there, even though she was like really bad socially. All Stars, like she's actually like fine, right? Like she's actually taken out by like pregame. It's like, yeah, I think we'll probably finish season 2. Maybe we'll do season 3 and then call it a night with this. It depends on how long season 2 takes. But yeah, then I'll open up for spoilers and I'll play Mind's Eye finally. Uh, I don't know why Mark. Actually, fuck it. Jerry's number 4. I mean, this is a bunch of debate. I think Jerry's just number 4. Then yeah, Kimmy. Is Kimmy who's next? Yeah, I when looking at the returning players, I just don't know what to do with Scoopin. I think it's like the big thing, but like definitely, I think she's definitely above Alicia and Varner. I think I have to like come to terms of where am I putting Scoopin. And to be fair, I don't need to come to terms with that now fully, but like at least within Australian Outback, where's Scoopin? Because like, yeah, I think he should be here. Like, okay, obviously not supporting Scoopin as a person or anything, but like he at least like he got to the end in a spot where he had a lot of control in the game. Again, the issue is the fact that he had no win equity. Um, but he still was controlling a lot of what was happening in Philippines. And even on this season, like obviously he was kind of running the Kucher tribe. Uh, he was at least in the center of it. So it's like, yeah. Then I think at that point, yeah, we go Roger, Elizabeth. Then, which is that the correct order? Probably. I think I still stand by that order. Then, is it Keith? What do I have in this ranking? Yeah, Keith's a 5. I think I do have Keith below. Yeah, I think either way I still have Keith. I think this is where I have Keith. I think Keith is like Keith is just not a particularly likable person. Uh to where like people didn't like him. He almost got voted out. Like if it wasn't for Tina Colby flipping, like he would have been gone. Uh I don't actually remember where was she on the All-Stars rank. She was very low, wasn't she? She's 12 out of 18. She was fair though. Like I think Alicia played like horribly in All Stars. Uh, her game here is like fine. Like she was like essentially alongside Jeff Harner. Uh, in like she seemed to be playing the game strategically, but like also uh like still got a fight with Kimmy. Still like likely loses the battle if Kucha gets the in the majority. I don't think I don't know. My gut says below. I think my gut says here for Alicia. And then where does Nick Brown go actually? I love like when I said Nick Brown, my first instinct is now Nick Brown's on Survivor. uh but yeah, where do I go if Nick Brown? What do I have him on the rankings? I have him below. He was on the bottom of Kucha. Yeah, like he's definitely below Alicia. I think that's like this is just playing more into like Alicia or Keith. I think I am gonna stick with that. I think Roger, Elizabeth, Keith, then Alicia, then Nick, or at least Nick is here. Varner or Nick. Varner was better positioned within Kucha than Nick. Ozzy has 2 other appearances, both of which being kind of like they're not even that bad. Generally, like until his like blow up in Game Changers, his Game Changers game's not bad. It's just the fact that he got screwed over. Um, his Cambodia game also like was probably more actively bad, but like even then he was like running the tribe early on. So yeah, I'm even debating right now him or Alicia because at least he is a more active player. And people do like him on the island for the most part. I mean, you obviously have like someone like Tasha, um, but like before he did his shit, like people did like him. So yeah, I think my gut is saying above Alicia, especially because Alicia's All Stars appearance is really bad. So then Matt, I think these two are just placement, and here, even though they're not even that bad, like they're just fine. But like, I'm really actually, I think there's a debate of Mitchell and Nick. Because like Mitchell's someone that like was in the majority until like Tina got Colby to flip at the last second. Um so like I think you could argue Mitchell higher actually. Because like Nick Brown's at the bottom. Oh fuck. Wait. Am I on the right thing? I'm not even on the right. Oh no, I am. Oh, it does show up. Like yeah, yeah, right. Thank you, Kemi, for the resub. 8 months. But yeah. Do I really want to put Vulnerable Alicia? I don't want to, but I feel like gameplay wise, I feel like that is where I'm leaning. Uh, Mitch or Nick? I think I'm still gonna go Nick. Nick still survived a few travels after the merge. He still like was good at challenges. Um, yeah, this is yeah. We're starting the ranking of every player. I'm doing it like cast by cast first. I'm probably not gonna do it too much longer in this stream. We'll probably, yeah, we'll finish season 2. Might do season 3. I don't know. But yeah, we're at season 1 here. So yeah, I'm ranking the cast with themselves first, then like breaking up into like tiers. Um, which there's gonna be a later purple tier that's higher than the blue one here, but I don't think anyone's in it yet. Um, Okay, I think this is. I think I'm fine with this for now. Again, like this, it doesn't matter yet. Like, it won't matter until we mix everything together. But like, uh, yeah, if we're doing, yeah, I think dark blue for the like if we're adding in a purple one, I think these are all dark blue. Um, I think these two at least are that. I think these two are red, like dark red. Marilyn is essentially Sonya level. After, I think it becomes a little bit trickier. Uh, are these like green? Like solid green? When's next stream? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's no, next stream's fine. Next stream will be on Wednesday. The stream after, like after Wednesday stream, it will be fucked because my cruise is exactly a week from today. Uh, but yeah, so like the stream after, I'm leaning towards Friday. After like the stream after this upcoming Wednesday, I'm leaning towards Friday. But we'll see. Um, wait, what? Uh, top 10 worst challenge contestants. I wouldn't be opposed. Could eventually. Hope Ice will raid my cruise ship. Hopefully not. How's that work actually? Because like technically they're not in the U.S., right? They're like overseas, right? So it's like I don't know how that works. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was gonna play Sister Sleeper this week. I kind of decided I think I should just wait. I think there's too much work that still needs to be done in the Rumbo video to like to be playing games yet. So I probably am just gonna wait until I finish the Rumbo video at least to play games again, which might not be until like February, but oh well at this point. Uh, Cruise, it's just going to Bahamas, which isn't that big of a deal to me, but whatever. Um, Like, I'm kind of just going on it for the sake of like just going on a cruise. Where the fuck do I put these people? Are they all? Okay, I think. Is Alicia also green or is she yellow? I feel like this feels like too many people towards the top, but maybe it's just like again, Australian Outback is a cast that has like so many returning players. I guess it like kinda has to be that way. I think I'll do that, and then maybe Jeff is yellow. Maybe I do that. I think that seems fine for now. Yeah, we'll obviously change it later. I think we'll do one more. I think we'll do season 3, and then call a night after that. Which at this pace is still going to take forever, but whatever. Again, this video's not coming out for like what 7 more months. Okay. Actually, this is gonna be harder when I get to the cast I don't have player rankings for. But also, like, I don't know, how much am I really using this in the grand scheme of things? Like I pretty much didn't use it for Australian Outback, so I guess it's not actually that big of a deal. But okay, let's try to match this real quick. So we have Ethan. Oh wait, I forgot I didn't order this. So Ethan, Lex, which I think that's okay. That did paste. There we go. I think that's still probably about right. T-Bird, third. I'm not sure. Tom, Kim Johnson, Kim Powers. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we'll probably have the base of these like middle people. Kelly was 7. Feels high, but maybe it isn't. Oh, Silas. Actually, I think this is just a weaker cast for this sort of ranking. It might not be like on paper, like when they were playing this season, but I think like in terms of like overall legacy, like there's just not as many returning players, obviously. So like this is just a cast that like yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot more people in the lower tiers. Where will Eric Edge of Extinction be? Probably like right in the middle. I did see a new Mother of Eve shot. Thank God. Thank God we have it. It gets real. But you've been avoiding 50 spoilers at as best as possible. Not intentionally came across certain things, but okay. Yeah, it's like I am in the spot where I know everything or most things. I guess there's supposedly something I don't know that we'll talk about later, but uh, Alex or Kim. I think Alex was probably in the majority more, and yeah, just had a more consistent game. Okay, I feel pretty good about this as the top 2. I think it's still Ethan and Lex. Uh, Especially when we're looking at as a player, I think Ethan's just such a likable guy early on. That's like if he doesn't have that like major stick of being a former winner, I think he probably just makes it deep every single time. Uh, yeah, that's the thing. I think Tom is one here that like he does have 2 deep appearances. Uh, they're both fairly sloppy. Like I don't know if Tom is someone that's like able to do what he did like in the modern day, but for what we did see of him, he made it deep twice, obviously. So it's like, yeah, actually, yeah. So where are the tier breakdowns for this though? Like, where's T-Bird gonna be tier wise? Oh, it's falsely Eliza the 45. Yeah, okay, so that's yeah, probably not real. You skip like 20 minutes of the VODs. Okay, yeah. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, like generally, like with spoiler stuff, it's like it usually is like mostly like condensed to the like the very beginning, and then after that, it's like yeah, like after the spoiler section opens up, it's like yeah, just kind of random nonsense. Like about 20 minutes afterwards, anyway. Uh, blue Kim on 42. I could see it at least. But yeah, I think T-Bird is probably the best of the non-returning players. Is the bottom something I agree? Like, so, okay, I think, like, Jesse Camacho is someone that's going to be around where Ramona is. Like, they're similar style of players. So, like, I don't think she'll be this high comparatively to this cast, but, like, or maybe she will be, I don't know. But, like, I think she's around where Ramona is, like, tier-wise. So, like, we'll just, like, give her the color and everything already. Where to go from here? Like, Kim Johnson, like comparing Kim Johnson to somebody, it's like, who is she similar to? Like Tara, but she got voted out. Where's Jerry in this? Jerry had his this. So I don't know. That kind of is where I would lean with Kim Johnson. Which that feels low though. But also, like, Kim Johnson is someone that's like, yeah, like Kim Powers probably has more potential as a player, right? Yeah, actually, that's also the thing. Yeah, Kim Johnson wasn't like that well positioned with her group. She's kind of just riding with it. If it wasn't for production, she probably does get voted out for. So yeah. So like, I think, yeah, really, this argument she should be around where like Rudy is. I mean, generally, I think Rudy's probably a better player than Kim. At least a more active, or at least like more intentional player. Um, but yeah, Kim Powers, I think it's below T Bird at least. Kelly Goldsmith is interesting. Do I want Jeremy on 42? I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not like clamoring for it. Kelly Goldsmith. Look, I think she demonstrated a lot of potential. Like, as in, like, at least in terms of like strategic forethought, the fact that she was like willing to flip her alliance. We're probably not gonna do Marquesas tonight. We'll do it next stream. Uh, which I'll move this up just because it's bothering me that there's nothing on the side. Okay, so above or below Kim is the debate. Like, okay, wait. I think I'm willing to just have Diane last. But like, I don't even think Diane is like this, right? Like, she's not like an all-time bad player. Like, she's probably more of a like Marilyn. Okay, what the fuck is that? She's probably more of a like a Mad Dog or Sonya type. I feel like, especially because like she was sick also. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like her being around there feels about right. Orange isn't just for people that were sick, but like I think that's a factor. Like, it's usually like earlier boots. Like earlier boots that like aren't the worst players in the world. But also like didn't do anything that good either. Uh okay. Then all these people are so weird because like it's like all these people had like all the uh wait, what the fuck was the red tribe called? Was that Samburu? What's Samburu? Whatever, it was Red Tribe. The Red Tribe on that. Yeah, with Samburu. Okay. Like I like Samburu came to my mind, but like it didn't sound right for Africa for some reason. But either way, yeah, Samburu, like it was just a tribe that like was like so divided that it's like everyone had allies. Like yeah, it was like it's like Carl, Linda, like they're bad, like they're not like good players, but like they had allies. Like actually, why was Carl above Linda? Like shouldn't Carl be below Linda? What was the argument I made? I don't know why I even made that argument that Linda was uh yeah, I got a tiebreaker, but like Linda would have also um like if they just like like, yeah, it's just literally a spot where like they decide to target Carl instead of Linda, right? Um, where it's like if the other tribe like wanted to vote, or the other group wanted to vote for Linda, Linda also would have had a tiebreaker. So I don't know. I think yeah, Carl was like more of a leader figure. I think Carl comes off more actively bad. Not that Linda. Let's see, for Linda was also kind of. I think they're around. Like they're going to be probably back to back in the ranking. Uh, so like it really doesn't matter. I think I'm going to put Jesse above them though. Like I think Jesse probably has more potential, and like didn't really get to play the game. Uh, but I don't feel like they're red. Like actually, I don't know. Are they red? Because I guess like Nova is red on here, so like I think they're like comparable to Nova, right? But then they had half the tribe. But then Nova had the majority at a point, so it's like, yeah, I think I'll go red. I think I'll go red here. For them, I'll watch. Yeah, I'll watch Beast Games. Especially with the Survivor connection now. I was gonna watch it anyway. Did your mom never hug you? I mean, apparently not. Who'd she say that to again? Was it Lindsay? She said that to? Is Lindsay kind of like Shannon braids for Braun? I think a lesser version of that. I mean, like realistically, Lindsay should also be like real. Like I think like all of these people probably should be like. Is Jessica Camacho going to be this high though? Like this feels like too high for Jessica Camacho. Is kind of the issue I think I'm running into now, where it's like I think all these people are like around the same. Like not exactly, obviously, because like some of like Clarence made it like further, I guess. Uh, actually, two. I guess like Clarence above or below Jesse. I think I will put Clarence above Jesse. Like he still got to a swap where he survived over Silas. It's like I think that's enough. Um, yeah, she's number 15, but she's number 9. Um, okay, I think with everything pieced together now, I feel confident that Kelly Goldsmith is at like it's really Kelly Goldsmith or Kim Powers for like this spot, like these two spots. And I think there's a pretty big break off. Where does Silas go? Is Silas? Part of me actually wants to put Silas above Brandon because like Brandon was just so actively bad. Yeah, that's the issue. Is that do I want Silas that high? But like genuinely, like he was pretty screwed. Like he didn't play. Like he was probably gonna be taken out of the merge anyway. Um, but like he was a central figure in his original tribe. He was like the leader of his alliance. Maybe like here. I think I'll go with him. Where does Frank go? You know, I'll put Frank higher. Frank survived a bit longer. I think I'm willing to put Frank higher than Jesse Camacho. And actually, he survived over Clarence and everything. So yeah. Uh, I would actually, I don't know, better or worse than. Yeah, a bit longer 8 rounds. Yeah. Uh, this is actually kind of a tough one, actually, because like I feel like Silas, like he gets screwed. He definitely does get screwed, but like he also like he was playing a losing game to begin with. Or I guess like part of me, well, yeah, maybe I will do this. I feel like I don't want Frank too high either, though. Uh, yeah, but like even if it was a merge, he was pretty fucked. Yeah, okay, I'll go with this for now. Lindsay, where's Lindsay go? And where's Brandon Quinton go? Like, Brandon Quinton, I think I'll go here. Below Kim. Yeah, below Kim Johnson. I think with Brandon, it's like the potential's there. Like he was willing. Is it though? Actually, no, because he actually flipped because like, and again, like oh, like I don't fault him like from personal level for doing it, but obviously from game level, I fault him for like flipping against Frank because he was like anti-gay or whatever. I love that makes me think of Stephanie. Uh, so it's like from a game level, I do have to like knock him right. So it's like I get it. Like I get it from a personal level, and that he didn't want to be looked at as someone that was like siding with Frank, from like an outside world perspective. But also gameplay wise, it is bad. Um, but yeah, I got land around there. Lindsay Richter, I'll put higher than them at least. The question is above or below Jesse. I think at this point, uh, I think below, right? Like in the grand scheme of things, like she isn't that different from Linda and Carl. Like they didn't survive that much farther. Um, like she literally went out with the next tribal, right? That she went to after that. Uh, and while she was like screwed out of the position that she was in, it was still a spot where like she barely even got in that position. It came down to the tiebreaker. Brandon Clarence, I don't know. Okay, I think it's like I think I need to I think I need to reevaluate Clarence. Uh, I think Kelly. I think I'm willing to put Kelly above Kim. I think Kelly demonstrated a lot of like at the time, like like out of the box thinking of the game. Like she was willing to flip on her group if it was necessary. It's like I think that's good enough. Like it's at the end of the day, it's not like Kid Powers really did that much. Um so like Kid Powers just like kind of baseline. So like yeah, I'll put Kelly Goldsmith like a spot above her. How to remember the Sasuke 19 flying shoot fails again. I used to be obsessed with Sasuke 19. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't know more. But yeah. All right, Clarence. Where's Clarence go? You're crying. What was this? Oh, fuck me. Oh, it still clicked. Okay. Um, what is this? I love how it's playing a song that didn't even exist at the time of this stuff happening. But yeah, okay, cool. Um, yeah, I definitely get a copyright claim, but that's fine. I really don't care with this uh with yeah, the VODs and everything. Uh I don't make money from the VODs anyway. Not yet. Kind of close, right? How many subs am I at? Because I just need the subs. Like I have the watch time. I see the subs on the VOD channel. I'm 182 still away, so I'm actually like not actually that close. So I don't know, whatever. Uh, how much I get paid for Twitch? Not much. Like, I don't know, barely 50 a month, I think, on Twitch. We shocked the party accepts challenge for it too. I would be. But yeah. Where's Clarence go? Clarence. Like part of me, like for me, it's like a debate of like where he was or here, and like this feels too low. Um, like this feels pretty. I make more money from membership than from Twitch subs. Uh, like a decent amount more. Uh, or like more, well, more, like definitely more in terms of like total amount of money, but I'm talking about even like more per membership or per sub. Uh, Should plug my VOD channel. I don't care enough. Yeah. Where's Clarence go? I really don't know what to do with Clarence. Let's see. Like, if I'm going to AU, who would I compare Clarence to? Maybe like, no, not even a dad. Maybe like Ben. No. He feels like an orange like level player, but maybe he should be red. He still makes the merge. He does go to tribal like what? 3 times, right? Like he survives a decent amount. How many members do I have right now? A little under 300. I had more earlier, but that's fine. Maybe here. Like I think these three are like grouped together. I think they're all like around the same. Like okay, I think it's yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, I think like Clarence feels orange. Lindsay's not that good. Like is Lindsay that much different than Linda and Carl? Like she literally could have been the first move of the season or first move for Tribe. Uh, yeah, that's the thing. Like Ethan doesn't feel like Ethan definitely would have been light blue in the old tier system, but if we are adding a purple tier, then yeah, I think he is uh dark blue. Lex is on the edge, I feel like. Because I actually don't know. Is Lex better or worse than Colby? Um Lex is so flawed is the thing. But like I think he does have like he ran like his starting tribe twice. I mean, where am I putting Tom? Is Tom even like Tom's not light blue, right? Is he? Maybe he is. I don't know. I mean, Lex made it far. Like Lex made it to the merge. Like he made it like at least halfway through. It was like running his tribes up until that point. I think we'll put him light blue for now. And realistically, these colors are staying. It's more so just like, again, this is just an initial gut thing. But I think it's kind of interesting to like look back on like this and like where people are different from what my initial gut was. Either way. Uh is Frank good enough to be yellow? Is a debate. uh yeah, where's the where's the breakup? So okay, wait. So I think Kim Johnson, if I remember right. Kim Johnson, if I'm comparing her to Jerry, would put her in this tier. I don't think that changes. I think I feel pretty good about Kim Johnson being there. Um, like Kim Johnson was like fairly lucky to even get in the position that she was in. Is Tom that much worse than Kimmy? Yeah, not really. Like they're probably around the same level, but also I don't like Tom as much. Actually, I don't know how much I like Kimmy, but like, yeah, I don't know. It probably like I think he's like right on the edge of this tier. Yeah, he does have a long longevity. I think he does make it like obviously like Big Tom now obviously doesn't, but like Big Tom at the time is a fairly consistent player. I think we'll do green for okay. Can my thing work there? We'll do green at least for T-Bird, like dark green. Uh, Okay, so looking at, I think Frank I'll put in yellow. Okay, Frank I'll definitely put in yellow. I'm not sure. Is Silas yellow? I guess Joey is there. I mean, Joey didn't even make the swap. Yeah, I'll put Silas in yellow, I think. And I think I'll put Brandon in yellow. Yeah, so question is Kim Powers and Kelly Goldsmith. Like, are they dark green or not? Like, it ultimately doesn't matter that much, but like, I think like part of me wants to put him with okay, cool. Like, part of me wants to put Kelly Goldsmith dark green and Kim Powers light green, but also like they're like not that different. You know, actually, yeah, I'll put him like because I feel like T-Bird made it deeper, right? Like I mean, like T-Bird didn't make it much deeper than Kim Powers, but like T-Bird's a much more active player than Kim Powers. Made it way deeper than Kelly Goldsmith. So yeah, and Kelly's beginning isn't that good either. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I think that's what we got for now. I think this is where we'll leave off with the ranking. Uh, so we'll get back to this next stream. We'll continue on Marquesas. We'll probably at least do 3 seasons. I do our next stream. Yeah, probably won't do a draft next stream, so I'll probably just work on it more. I'd like to at least get through Pearl Islands, probably.